Yes, welcome back to In the Red Corner podcast with me, Ross. I hope everyone's well this evening. Tonight, WBKB Thursday. So no In the Red Corner polo shirt tonight. But if you're interested in getting one of these hoodies or T-shirts or hats, which Gilly's supporting, which you'll see in a second, you can. Just contact us on the WBKB Instagram page. Thank you to all the new and old subscribers. Appreciate it. Jab that like button, jab the subscribe button. You probably won't want to after you've watched this. But tonight we've got a very special guest on tonight, Mr. David One More Rounds, back in the Red Corner. Very excited for that because we've got him as our special guest judge at the WBKB show. We can't wait to have him up here. We can't wait to see him. I'm sure we'll all give him a big Cumbrian welcome. It's much the same up here. You know, they shag sheep down there, we shag sheep in Cumbria, so it's all good, isn't it? But tonight, yeah, we've got Kev back as well, which I'm pleased. Kev's been away for a couple of weeks. Let's just stop talking, Ross. Just get on with it. Like, he's the lads. Let's bring them in. How are we doing, everyone? You all right?
I'll see you, mate. All right.
How we doing?
All good. Excited for tonight. David Rounding. Got lots going on, haven't we? There's lots going on in the background. Let's give a shout to the sponsors before we do anything, because without these guys it can't be possible. So I've got a few lined up here. We've got Bounty Competitions, Cloud Competitions, who sponsor the podcast as well. Go and give them a follow on Instagram. Vandella Phones, thank you very much for your support. You can find them on Newtown Road in Carlisle. Andy's Man Club, the great work that they do, and a fantastic podcast last week. Maxwell Flooring, you know, they've sponsored us from day one, haven't they? Lake District Raw Dog Food, really appreciate your support. And Peyton Scaffolding Brothers again, been with us since day one. But it's all going really well. There we go. There's the fight poster there.
I will say, Ross, sorry for putting off them there. Without these guys, the show wouldn't go ahead. So we can't thank these guys enough, you know, the sponsorship purposes. And we do have sponsorship packages left as well, Ross. If people want to jump on board, there's no better way to get the names out, you know, through the social medias, the podcasts, our clothing brands. You know, if people want to get some advertisement, get in touch. You know, look at the sponsorship packages.
That's right. And between all our social medias, WBKB, In the Red Corner, Instagram and YouTube, and you know, we're reaching around about 100,000 people and accounts and everything a month. So it's, you know, it's a great way to advertise your business. But there's the main events there: Corey Harrison versus Grant Hockin for the cruiserweight belt. Corey's our champion at the moment, and we've got Jack Dugdale versus Senekis for the European welterweight belt. Jack already been our welterweight UK champion, and of course Danny Christie is a special guest referee. Which, you know, we love to have Danny there. He was at the last one. He was at the first one. He was special guest referee at the last one, and he's going to be special guest referee at this one as well. Tickets are still available as well. We have sold out the VIP section now, haven't we?
The ringside has gone, Ross.
Not the ringside. Sorry,
the ringside has gone. The VIP, we've got about 4 tables left on the VIP section. So, like you say, seated capacity for the event is about 320 people. We've got 280-ish people accounted for already. So there's around 40 spaces, 4 tables. So unless you want to miss out on the VIP treatment, act quickly. Kev's sat there as we speak now. His phone's in his pocket. He's ready for you to dial red hot. 07568 729 822. Give Kev a shout. Get your VIP secured while you possibly can.
First come, first serve, Ross. I will say, we did have this on the last event. People were ringing up last week and saying, "Oh, fuck, we needed a VIP tail." Blah blah blah. It's not a sales gimmick. We are actually where Gilly said we're running out. So if you want them, now's your time to get in touch, because they do sell out, guys. There, so you know, get in there fast.
Which is brilliant as well. I mean, we're still over a month and a half away, and we're almost sold out. So it's fantastic for the WBKB. It's going to be an amazing event. DJ's going to be there. Music's going to be blasting. All sorts of lasers, fireballs.
Honestly, what we've got sorted this time, we went over and beyond. Like with you know, the previous show, the last couple of shows that we've had, everyone's always said, you know, the music, the lights, the DJ. This time is going to be spectacular with the tent and the stadium. the sound, the lighting, we're going over the top with this one. So it's going to be a fucking night that you won't forget. So again, bring it on. It's fucking brilliant. I'm very excited.
Me too. But let's get David on, shall we? David Round, the gangster prince of Wales. Is he ready? Yes, he is.
Born ready, Ross. He was born ready.
Born ready.
Always ready.
Wales.
Guys.
How's things, my mate?
Again, as we went live, if Holston Pills want to jump on a sponsorship, I'm up for that. And also Hamlet Cigars at the minute. That's what I'm rocking.
Well, that's that demonetised. Thanks, David.
I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good.
But we're live on the WBKB Facebook page as well tonight. David, thank you very much for being here. And
no problem.
All of us, we're all buzzing to have you up.
I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, at the last few BKFC shows, I've been judging from home, and I'm pretty close with what the judges are thinking. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Yeah, I know. Like we've been talking and things, and you're taking it very seriously. This job role, aren't you? Like you say, you've been watching the BKFC shows at home. I don't know where Gilly's gone. He keeps doing this. He's disappeared.
Perhaps he's been flipped down on Guess Who.
Someone just not in town yet.
It started already. It's fucking started already.
Is he born Indian yet? No.
So, what kind of things are you going to be looking for? You know, when you're judging the fights and things.
So obviously aggression and coming forward, but also like with John Ferguson's fight, I noticed he was not getting hit, although the other guy was throwing more punches. So I'm going to score that as well. You know, if you're defending well and you're not getting hit, even though the other guy's throwing a lot of punches, I'm going to score your defense as well. It's part of the fighting game. You know, not getting hit is also part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to look for that as well.
Brilliant. Have you got any questions, Gil? I'm going to try and get hold of Ryan, see if we can get him on.
Yeah, I think it's just what sort of Dave alluded to there. It's obviously such as the Moya versus John Ferguson fight. That was a split decision. If you were judging that, Dave, would you have given that fight to John Ferguson?
I give it to John. I give it to John on mine. And like I said, I was only one mark off it because they went the other way with it. But yeah, I thought John's defense was warranted enough to give him the win because he wasn't getting hit. He was thrown back as he was moving out of punches. Although the other guy looked more aggressive and was coming forward, John was not getting hit. So I think that should be scored. Look at when like when Nick Diaz fought Carlos Condit. You know, Diaz walked forward the whole fight and Condit, dodged and weaved out the way. Everyone thought Diaz won and they give it to Condit. So I think that was a big thing with fighters. It's your defense.
Absolutely. So, David, what's happened to the long flowing locks? Where have they disappeared to?
Well, what I was doing was I wasn't going to cut my hair until I lost the fight, and obviously Danny beat me, so I cut it. I cut it off straight after the fight, but I ran it short. But about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I sat at home and I thought, I'm going to shave it off. Let's get rid of it properly. So what I'll do, I'll keep shaving it now until the next fight. Win that, and I'll start growing it again.
Dave, have you got anything coming up soon then? Or have you got anything in the pipeline?
No, I was going to fight the Coventry card, but I've got issues with my stomach ulcer and the gallbladder at the minute, so I've got to get my diet right because at the minute it's eat something. If it kicks it off, don't eat it. So at the minute I can't get my diet right. I've been around for about 3 weeks now, but sticking on the same food. So once I can get that sorted, I'll probably be looking at fighting start of next year.
Next year.
I spoke, probably January, February time if BKFC are going to put one on in the UK. I spoke to Bakewell with an opponent, which he's happy with. There's two which are fighting each other, and it looks like I'll get the winner of it. And it will be down at middleweight.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I think I can jump between middleweight and light heavy a lot easier now.
Yeah. What sort? Obviously, Dave, you before you sort of went into the BKB, it's a bit of a British MMA anorak that I am. Obviously, you've had a really outstanding martial arts career before you sort of moved over to the BKB.
Yeah.
How many fights is it now that you've had in professional combat sports? It's a real... You've really stacked them up over the years, haven't you?
Well, that was my 94th against Danny.
Christ.
And it would have been, if I'd have beaten him, it would have been my 60th win.
That's some record. Jesus.
You know, 50, absolutely, mate. It's unbelievable.
So obviously I'm going to get to 100. I spoke to Kev Smith, my manager. I don't think I can do 6 in the BKFC. I don't think my body will let me. I'm getting old and I've had a lot of fights. So what I've asked is, would I be able to do a few boxing fights outside of it to get the fight, to get the, if I do 3 or 4, I reckon I can do 3 more with the BKFC. Ideally, I'd love to, and Kev's going to try and do it, my 100th to be on BKFC 100, which would be amazing. So I'm going to look at doing a couple of boxing fights just outside of it, just to get the numbers up to say 97, 98, and then finish the last 2 or 3 with BKFC.
That's like you say, I think it takes a special bloke to get into just one fight, just to step into any combat sport environment. So I've done it 94 times, like you have, Dave. It's absolutely phenomenal. Like I say, we've already touched on it that we're really looking forward to having you up at the event as our special guest judge, mate.
It's like Gilly said, it's cut off there, but at the same time, it's having quality. We're showing what type of show we are. The people like yourself. You've got Danny coming up. It's like we've got some real good talent that's that's showing interest in our event, and it's nice to see. We're not a joke event. We've got talent that's up watching us now. It's great to have you on board. It is. Yeah,
and like the fighters you've got, your main event, Corey Harrison, fought on BKFC, so he's a seasoned veteran. You've got fighters, like I said, you've got me coming up, Danny Christie. You've got top of the range fighters at your show. You're not a small show. You're going to be a big thing, I think, and I hope it goes well for you guys in the next few years.
What we set off to do, and we said we weren't going to go down the route of having boxing gloves, mixed martial arts, things like that. Yeah. We wanted to do a bare knuckle, and we've stuck to our guns, and this is where we've got to, Gilly, isn't it? We've got the good players.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you say, we committed to the start to being a purely bare knuckle boxing company, and like you say, it seems like we're growing show upon show, and it's fantastic to see. I genuinely do feel honoured when guys like you, David, and Gary Fox and folk like that, come are prepared to come to the show, and I think, as we've touched on, what we've got here, in our opinion, all our guys are prospects. We haven't got guys there who are marking time or picking up a paycheck. We've got guys who are prospects, guys who are looking to be in the big shows, who are looking to be in the BKFC in the future. And what we're looking at is, providing a platform and providing these, to me, like I say, such as the Jack Dugdale versus Vidmantas Senechkis fight. They're big fights because, I really think that, the winner of that fight, for example, is going to, go on to bigger and better things, to be quite honest with you, and it's exciting to see what these guys are going to go on to achieve. Who knows, David, one of them might end up fighting you in your 100th fight.
That's no problem. I'm open to any fights. You can see with your show, obviously Corey's fought in the BKFC before. Obviously, if he wins on the night, he'll be back in there. I think there's a few guys on the show which are probably knocking on the door for BKFC, which is great. If you guys can become an established bare knuckle show, which I think is a hard thing to start off with, just bare knuckle. A lot of shows, they need the MMA or the boxing to, obviously with ticket sales and stuff. But you guys are going straight with the BKFC, with the bare knuckle, and it looks like it's working.
Yeah, if something, people said we're going to get 3 bare knuckles tops, and the first time round was 9 fights. Am I right by saying that?
Yeah, 9 fights on the first show. 9 fights.
And we start, we're working alongside all the other events, like the other organisations, and what we're not doing is jumping on, treading on people's toes. So we've got, we're working with people, so we want to, we do want,
you need to, you need to work with other promoters, for all of you to get along. There is a competition where who's the best promotion, but at the end of the day, you're all going to, you're all employed fighters, so you need to all work together, to get these fighters up to where they need to be.
Well, even Andy Bakewell, some people down that we, the things, like they could be on the show, they're maybe not quite ready, so they're using us to leapfrog, and we don't take that as an insult. That's it's
I'm not thinking, but for you guys to be as big as the BKFC, I'm possibly it's not going to happen because they established as the highest thing. But for you guys to be a feeder show to them, I think it's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
What I've sort of said, David, is to put it into an MMA context.
Yeah.
If we become, say, Cage Warriors,
that's what I was about to say. I was just about to say.
Yeah, along those lines, that I'd be more than delighted to achieve that kind of status.
And you can I can already hear Sean Wheelock announce it as a former WBKB champion coming over to BKFC. They'll announce that in the fights. I think it's great. It'll be good exposure for you as well.
Brilliant.
You'll have more people if you can get guys onto the BKFC and it's announced or the commentators say stuff like that. You'll have more guys wanting to fight your show because they'll know you're the feeder to the bigger show. Everyone wanted to fight. Everyone wanted to fight Cage Warriors when it was Conor McGregor came from here and all that. So everyone wanted to be on Cage Warriors, and hopefully you guys can get that as well.
We will get there. We'll take over definitely, and we'll become a really well established company within the UK. And maybe beyond, we never know. But as time goes on, but that's we've all got big dreams, we've all got big aspirations of where we want to be and what we want to do. So,
what are the bare knuckle shows are there in the UK at the minute?
I mean, BYB obviously they've just bought out the BKB, haven't they? So BYB, the Triangular Ring.
Who?
Exactly, David.
I would have been. I'd have said that a lot longer. No, BKB.
I clicked on in the end. Have you and Kev ever met on shows? Because Kev used to be, MMA. Kev was a BKB champion himself back in the day.
We didn't cross paths like the same. I didn't cross paths with Dave.
No,
I only had a couple of fights as well, but no, we didn't cross paths.
Not right sound.
No, oh well.
We've lost all the sound. I don't. I can't hear anything.
To be fair, Dave, you'll have went in there like you'll have wanted something out of it. I just had an itch I needed to scratch. If I'm totally honest with you, I said to Gav, I've had this story before with Gilly. I said, it's been up something I want to try out. Ultimately, MMA was my game.
Yeah.
The groundwork side of things, I didn't really class myself as a stand-up fighter, if I'm totally honest. My brother was a stand-up fighter, so I thought I'll test it. Obviously, the first fight that Gilly got me and put me in with some fucking Croatian champion, got flogged, and then we went from there. You're not silent, Gilly.
We took Gordon Relly, took 3 days' notice, didn't we, for the first fight?
What was that, your first bare knuckle?
Yeah, his first bare knuckle, Gordon Relly, on 3 days' notice.
Yeah.
He hadn't trained or anything. I remember he went to the gym, done a bit of bag work, and he was like, fuck it, we'll take the fight, let's have a go. And off down to the Echo Arena at Liverpool, we went to have a go at Gordon Relly, and got stopped at the end of the second round, doctor's stoppage, because Kevin's face was a mess. But it was, he gave him a great fight, and then second time round, he beat Mason Shaw down in London for the BKB Cruiserweight title.
Yeah, Mason's a great fighter as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It was,
he's on the next BKFC show as well, isn't he, Mason?
He's fighting Dan Vinny as well, isn't he?
Yeah, be a good fight.
I've known Dan for years on the MMA circuit, and that's a good fight, that is. I like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it very much.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ryan is. It's a shame because he was making plenty of noise in the comments last week about wanting to get on and all that kind of stuff.
Do you know something, Ross? Normally, right, Kevin will message me and he'll say, have you prepared for the podcast? As in, have you made notes? Tonight, I'd actually done a separate type of preparation. So because I thought Ryan was coming on, I had some Anodine, I had paracetamol, and I had me ibuprofen all lined up just to go through all that while I was listening to Ryan on the podcast. Unfortunately, he's not with us tonight, so that's it. I need to bother with all of that.
No, let's just hope he shows up for the fight. That's the important thing.
Gilly, I did a bit of prep work as well. I don't know if you can see it, but can anyone see that? I got Gilly here.
It's going to look at me, that as well.
Everybody thinks I'm not wearing this cap for promotional purposes. I'm wearing this cap so folk don't think I look like fucking Bill off Guess Who, right? Anyways, it looks more like Simon Kirk than me, right?
No, you look like...
Yeah, shout out to Simon Kirk. You look more like Bill than I do, Simon. I knew that was coming. I absolutely knew it. Like you say. I just need to meet. Where's Rick at tonight to take a pot shot at us about being in McDonald's? Like they're all just lining up. I'm just like a sitting duck on this podcast.
Hey, Gilly, I will say, it's part of the reason I haven't been on for a couple of weeks. I knew Dave was coming on. I thought, fuck that, I'm not getting torches. I've stopped out in the background.
If I'd have known you were coming on, I'd look through because at the minute I'm looking at Guess Who.
Cheers, mate.
I've got that.
The Guess Who board game, WBKB edition.
What idea.
That is an idea.
Oh, no.
You mentioned Rick there, Rick Doherty as well. Give him a shout out because he's a massive. He sponsors you, David, doesn't he? Rick Doherty, RSD Transportation.
Yeah. What's happened to my thing?
I don't know,
you've never looked as good, Dave.
We can hear you, but you're not moving. But yeah, shout out RSD Transportation. He was going to be along at the show as well. I had him there as my guest at the last one. Can't wait to see him again. He's always good fun. Josh Monk out in the comments there. Shout out Josh, one of our fighters who was on the last week's podcast, saying that Ryan's ass fell out on the big stage. Haha. And another one there as well from Carl Wade saying Baxter. I'm guessing it's going to be shithouse, isn't it? But we do have one man that turned up. One man that has turned up for it is Matt Sutton, Ryan's opponent. Let's bring Matt on, shall we? I don't know where David's gone, but I'm sure he'll be back. But Matt, the Savage Sutton, how you doing, mate?
They're all right. Bit annoyed that he's
yeah. Did you think he was going to be on? Well, we all thought he was going to be on.
Yeah, he sent me a friend request and added me saying, we're all sweet, but I'm going to give you shit to build the fight. I think he built the fight last week by looking a plum.
I think he was picking a fight with everyone last week. He was going to slap everyone down, wasn't he?
And he messaged me yesterday asking if I was going to be on it, and I said yes.
Can I just say, Matt, that is the worst Scottish accent I've ever heard.
You're more Scottish than me, you lot.
Your Scottish is worse than David Round's Welsh. That's all I can say.
It is.
So,
Matt, I mean, fighting out with Gretna by way of, is it Plymouth you're from originally?
Portsmouth.
Oh, you were the other David was born in, the Gangster Prince of Wales was born in Portsmouth as well.
In Gosport.
That's not quite, isn't it? It's across the water.
St. Mary's Hospital was knocked out. I don't need to charge you.
Yeah, St. Mary's Hospital is still there, I think.
No, I got knocked down just after I was born.
Because I was born in St. Mary's as well.
No, but I only got knocked down.
And I'm not as old as you.
How old are you? You look like you're older than me. You look like you've been fucking
don't put me on the Guess Who board.
No.
Don't start the argument.
I think
Matt, give us a little bit about yourself. How you got into combat sports. Go ahead, take it away, mate.
Well, I fluttered a bit when I was younger, when I was about 18, 19. But can you hear me? Oh, yeah. But then obviously fucking partying takes over and you can't do both. But no, it helped. I was going through a bit of a fucking rough patch about 4 years ago and someone said try boxing and I signed up for a white collar for helping mine charity. And I've never looked back. I had one charity belt and then I've had about 40 unlicensed glove belts.
Nice. Fair play to you.
I've only run about 5, but I went 30 fights with fucking out getting stopped until I lost the love of it. And then I just started, my heart won in it. So I started fucking taking the knee and just I want asked, and I won't do a glove belt again. Fucking,
bare knuckle where you find your home now.
Yeah, because I didn't hurt as much. I wasn't as sore. There's something about the gloves that just thud off your face where you think, it's only gloves. I could take a couple of these and catch my breath. They actually do hurt you.
Yeah, it's more concussion with gloves, because
the thuds and the amount of times I've just took bats for no reason because of my fitness. But now I'm training, I don't have to take them anymore.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot to be said. I mean, it's a lot of superficial damage, as everyone knows. It's more cuts and bruises that you've healed up in a few weeks. But boxing.
Mine was my arms, all down my forearms. It was like I'd played football with no shin pads on them. They were black and blue, all down my arms.
Yeah, where you were taking shots.
Yeah, all down my spine, everything. I was just aching.
You should face them forward instead of getting punched in the back then, mate.
I was going to say, Matt, why the fuck have you got
bruises on your
spine? Who was refereeing the fight?
All up my back, bruises.
Jeez. But you were on the WBKB
show.
You were on the WBKB show. Gilly, do you want to give us a bit of a background on Matt of what he's done for us?
Yeah, like I say, obviously, I knew Matt from the white collar scene years ago. Watched him box some really, really good, tough bouts. Probably one of my most memorable was he gave Shane Rowe a real war. And anybody who knows Shane Rowe on the sort of glove boxing scene, Shane's a real prospect, and Matt gave him everything he could handle that night. And he's also been somebody who's impressed me with his heart and his determination. Like I say, so obviously when we got the inkling that Matt was thinking of moving over to bare knuckle, it was a no-brainer to sign him up. He fought on the last show for us against Gary Taylor. Fight of the night, fantastic fight. Both men seeing the final bell.
Fight of the night.
Matt probably came in a little bit. The last fight was at 66 kg, and Matt's probably more suited to 62 kg. So on the night, Gary just shaded the bout, but it's a fantastic bout, and I think Matt really did live up to the nickname Matt the Savage Sutton. I think he earned a lot of fans on that night, and I think WBKB 3 was a no-brainer to bring him back. And I think this time Matt will be looking to get into the win column. And you know something, before we signed him up, Ross,
I think I've already won.
He spoke to me about a few dreams that he's got, a few things that he'd like to achieve with some, by blazing a trail and making his money in WBKB. So, Matt, could you tell us what your hopes and dreams are for BKB, and B, the last show you had quite a few sort of, you done a kind sort of thing with your sponsorship, where you paid some sponsorship forward and raised awareness for a great cause. Can you tell us about that cause as well, please, mate?
Yeah, it was just like you all know, I struggle with sponsorships. If I'm honest, I'm not really that bothered. I'm used to doing it all myself. When I do make the big time, I've only got to thank myself. I've not got to thank anyone. And I had an anonymous sponsor, and it was a great idea. And I've got the Andy's Man Club on my shorts, and that brought a lot of attention from the Andy's Man Club on the night. Had a lot of selfies with them, and it was good. That's the reason I do it. If I don't go to the gym, I fucking sit in bed and I cry, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. If I don't train, I cry every day. I just need to get it out, and that's it.
Oh, that's a wicked sponsor, that Andy Man Club.
Yeah, I've got it on my shorts.
Yeah, that's wicked. That is.
And I hit the floor twice. I went down twice, and I just knew they were watching me, and they knew I had their shorts. And I got up. That's what made me get up.
Right, you know what, Matt? It goes back to what
that's no one did everyone in that group, none of them's give up.
Do you know something there, Matt? Obviously, you got knocked down twice in the fight, and you got back up, and not wanting to, just go back to your fight with Danny Christie, Dave. You got knocked down, and how you got up from that. And to me, I genuinely think, in sport of BKB, there's no bigger warrior than the guys who get off that canvas and go again. You know, and
that's
like
the real fighters. People don't say this. People that I can vouch for that. You know, doing it myself as well. It's people that get back up from it. It's all right having a bare knuckle fight. You know, going down, taking a knee, and you know, it's these people that get back up that want to fucking go again. You know, that's the true dog in the person. And until you've done it, and I've said this a million times on the show, until you've done it, you don't realise that, because bare knuckles a fucking different world altogether. A different world.
Yeah, I wanted to keep fighting. Danny would have had to put me to sleep to stop me fighting, you know. I was up quickly as well. I wasn't on my knee waiting till the 8th. I was fucking up by 3 or 4. Obviously, my head wasn't. No, I can't remember it, but I kept getting up.
Yeah, that's the dog in you, isn't it? That's something in your mind. It's something like, again, certain people won't realise that, but from a fighter's point of view, I get what you're talking about. You know, some people's got it, some people haven't. Yeah, that's what makes you you. I've
seen a lot of it lately with a lot of bare knuckle fights where guy takes a shot and they're on the canvas and it's no, they're holding their eye or holding the fucking thing, and you know, get up in it, get knocked out, get banged out, you know, go out in the shield.
Life's a harder fucking fight than fucking 3-4 rounds in that ring.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to get pregnant, you know, so just fucking get up and fight.
Fighting the easy
I'm going to go down a whole different level now. I'll keep it professional.
I go to every fight thinking that, well, I won't get pregnant, you know, I might die, I might get fucking really, really brain damage, but I will not be pregnant.
It's a good way to think about it.
If you can go through life thinking that, you'll be. I think you'll get through it.
Oh, fantastic! But yeah, I think what we said.
Sorry, Gil, go on. You go.
No, I think, like I say, Matt's fighting philosophy mirrors just life. What Matt's basically saying is there, no matter how many times life knocks him down, he'll get back up. No matter how many times a fighter knocks him down, he'll get back up, because that's the heart of the man, and that's what he does. And you know, he's going to keep on fighting. And I think that's what he showed in the fight versus Gary Taylor. And I think this is what Ryan Baxter needs to realise, that this is a guy who is the real McCoy. You know, Matt's coming to fight. Matt's not staying down. Matt's coming to fight. So I'm
fighting next week. That's what I was a bit dubious about doing this tonight, because I didn't want to overlook next week's opponent by talking about Ryan, who's after my opponent, and he's not. Is this
the Olympus fight that you're going into?
Yes, next week.
That next week. It's coming around fast, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, next Saturday. But like I say, I've been training this time. I've been running. I've not run for 5 years worth of boxing, but I've been running for the last 4 weeks.
Good effort.
And I've been going to a proper coach and having 2 1-to-1s a week. So, that's my mate.
We don't think we need to. We don't need to ask you. We don't need to ask you to explain why he's calling you Eggy. I don't think.
Nah. Have a guess.
I could have an edge.
If you take the hat off, you could probably have the same nickname.
Is there anybody on the guess who board?
Hold on.
Have a look, David. Have a look.
I'm on it.
I've hair down to my shoulders 10 years ago. Curly, big fucking blonde locks down to my shoulders.
Did you?
Fuck off,
when I was out in Australia.
Class.
No.
I've got to say, I'm really disappointed that Ryan hasn't turned up. You know,
I am. You know, Ross, I swear. Just before the show, I'll just tell you what I said to yourself earlier on today. I said, you know something, I'm looking forward to this one for all the shit, and he's upset people with with his shit talk that he's been given. I thought this was going to be the night tonight. You know, like he's gonna blow this fucking site up and do the pure shit talk he's gonna do, because he's given it so far. He's rubbed people up the wrong way. And I'm actually quite shocked. I am genuinely quite shocked he hasn't come on to the
fight he had on the 3D show.
Say again?
Yeah, mate.
Especially after his performance and his bare knuckle debut.
Well,
he was calling everyone out after that. He never got back up.
What happened?
Well, he got done in the first fucking 30 seconds on the 3D event. And he never got back up. He went down twice, got up first, and second time he never got back up, all in 30 seconds.
Is
There
that
you
how
are, Matt.
how you think it would play out, Matt? Do you think you would take him out in the first 30 seconds? Quick knockout victory for Matt Sutton.
Say it as it is. Say it as it is.
Go on, Matt, don't hold back.
On that temperamental, you don't know which one's going to turn up. Like last time, I had a 69-year-old who's fucking put an injunction out on me and tried saying I'm a fucking child beater or a woman beater the week of my fight.
Oh, win's a win, Shag. Women are
Funny. Only you could have said that moment. Sorry, Matt. I know that you were looking for something else there, but you're in the wrong fucking group if you have to sympathy.
Forever.
Okay, take the W, Shag. If you get, especially coming off a loss, I lost to Danny Christie. I'm going to go fucking get some W. Get some W's under the belt in a minute. Go to a rough and tumble party and start banging some kids out. But I won't put them on the official record for the night before. I can't do that.
This is such an unpredictable show.
So as Gilly said,
let's go back to it. What's your thoughts?
I was going to say there, Matt. How did you see the fight playing out against Ryan? Did you think it was going to be an early victory for you, or?
Yeah, I've got to start putting this fucking nickname to the test, innit? Like David was saying, now I need to get some fucking W's now. Fucking, I've given myself 12 months, and I'm 3 months into it to fucking try and make something, and then I'm just gonna fucking enjoy my life.
Good man.
But I'm gonna chuck everything into a good 12 months and just see what happens.
Don't put everything into it, and if it doesn't come off, don't get disheartened by it. It took me fucking 15 years to get to the BKFC and 90-something fights or 80-odd fights. So, if it doesn't work in the year, mate, don't fucking give up. Keep going. Just keep going and keep fighting. Fucking fight anyone, take any fight and keep going. Because one day it will come off. If you want it, it will come off.
Because it does help me. Just the fucking discipline of going to the gym with my headphones on, no one can fucking hear me, and I'm just fucking happy as Larry.
Yeah, just fight. Don't worry about anyone else thinks, or like I said, you're giving yourself 12 months. If in 12 months it doesn't pay off, give it another 12 months. Just keep giving it time. Keep going until you can fight. Keep fighting. Yeah. Keep fighting until you can, right?
No, I appreciate that.
I
do enjoy it.
Yeah, do it for yourself.
I'm not passionate for the club, but
it's like you said at the start there, though. This is just 3 or 4 minutes, 4 rounds. And it's nothing compared to life. But if this is what makes you happy, and this is what gets you out of bed in the morning and keeps your your head level and things like that, then do it for as long as you can.
Especially since giving up the drink as well. Fucking not having a drink for fucking 2 years, no alcohol for 2 years. Fucking I nearly lost my family. And it was only my best mate's wedding. He's in the comments now. Russell back last year. I had a drink and it was 2 years. And I had a couple at the BKFC the other month, but other than that, I don't have anything. And training helped. It's filled that fucking spot.
Good. Keep going, my man. Keep going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clearly,
if anyone, we talked about. I didn't hear that. What was that?
Yeah, clearly, we're on a different train, but it's only Austin pills. It's like a driving beer. You can have a few and drive. It's not like a serious beer.
5 and drive.
Yeah, it's 10 for men.
10 for men. Wow.
It's a training lager for the people who can't drink the strong stuff, really. That's what Olsen and Foster's and
it's like you can have like a couple of them and go to work type of thing.
It's good to see as well. There's plenty of plenty of people and plenty of love for you in the comments. Telling you that keep going and you've got big balls and keep the positivity and all that kind of stuff.
I was trying to keep that private.
Oh, it's not 9 Krispy Kreme donuts, so Ross, is it?
No, it's not 9. No.
But no, I told them to tune in because fucking they know I'm all hot-headed. I went, fucking tune in tonight if you want to see my alter ego. I've got an alter ego called Nigel. So every time I fucking
knock off Nigel, do you sell dodgy DVDs? remember that song or advert?
He's the kind of man who has things on his feet. He steals money from Whitlounds. The guy's a real creep. I know it.
Yeah.
Hey. Now Nigel, when fucking Nigel comes out, people fucking know about it, and they have a chat with him, and that it's like 2 people.
So do you switch into Nigel in fight mode? Then is that you or is that Nigel?
That's why I like having shit music, because I like feeling happy when I walk in the ring.
Nutty Nigel, we're going to start calling you.
Naughty Nigel.
No, Nutty, not naughty. Nutty Nigel. That's some man. Give us some fucking gruesome details. Go on, give us the end cast. What you got to do to this guy in the ring? Come on, get your fucking anger up. Tell us. How are you going to smash this? How are you going to smash it?
He's going to need turkey teeth. He's going to need teeth like Will Brand afterwards. He's going to need fucking new teeth.
That's what I like to hear. A bit of fucking nastiness off you.
You know what? I just don't like all that shit. It takes.
Go on, Matt.
If I was fucking a 17-year-old giving a shit, I'd pin him up on the scaffold. It's different.
How are you going to finish him? With your training that you've done, how are you going to finish him? Is it going to be an early KO? Are you going to make the fight last? Are you going
I'd love a body shot. I'd love to stop him with a body shot.
Yeah.
Because he looks quite fat for 64 kilo.
Right.
He looks quite fucking podgy for fucking 64.
64, there you go. Body to
look how fat he is. 64
probably
kilo.
on the juice. He's probably on the Decker.
None juice.
Well, nice to hear your prediction, Matt. It is. We'll see where that goes. That's a wee from him.
Yeah.
Maybe get a backup just in case.
Fantastic. To be fair, if he's listening, you deserve this shit because you haven't turned up on the night to back yourself up. So
he even messaged me yesterday. He messaged me yesterday. Be a laugh. Oh yeah. Funny about him.
Rossi messaged me. He was like, "Yeah, we've got thing on." He said, "Yeah, he's calling everyone out." I was like, "What weight is he? 60 kilo." I thought, "Fuck, I can't make that."
But tonight would have been perfect because David would have fucking put him in his place with his cheek.
Yeah, I was gonna. Ross like, "Yeah, he's calling everyone out. He's this and that." I thought, all right, I'll have a really bit of fun with this. I'll get a few beers on board and I can go for it.
I think we all had the same thoughts.
Yeah, like how he was last week in the chat. He was, calling out Manny Hamid. He was saying he was going to slap people. He was going to do this and that. He was calling us during the podcast saying, "Get me on, get me on."
Now I've never even spoke to the man in my life. I've never even met him, and he's ringing me in the middle of the podcast last week.
Yeah, I don't know. He's been speaking to one of the other fighters as well, trying to organise a fight for the next show. So
you got to get through Matt first.
I know.
And Nigel, because he's bringing his fucking mate as well.
Tag team. It's a 2-on-1 match.
He's fat.
I will say, I'm looking forward to seeing you in real life, Dave. I think it's going to be a real good night as well.
Yeah,
we're having a few drinks.
It's my birthday weekend as well, so I'm going to be celebrating.
We'll get you fucked up, mate. We'll enjoy that one.
Yeah.
Be a good night. Can't wait. You mentioned there as well, Matt, before about sponsorship and things like that, and you do it all yourself. But any sponsorship would be, I'm sure you'd be grateful of. And if anyone wants to sponsor him to help him with his camp, with his, training, his food and travel, all that kind of stuff, then they can find you on Facebook. You're on Facebook, aren't you?
Yeah, my boss is ringing me too.
Lift your phone up, Matt. Lift your phone up, you can't hear.
No, my boss was ringing me.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I was saying about sponsorship. Anyone that wants to sponsor you, to help you with training and camp and food and all that kind of stuff. We know it's not cheap, and I know you do it all yourself and things like that. You're on Facebook, and they can find you on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. I'm on TikTok, but I don't think I'm under a name. But
give your boss a shout. He might sponsor you.
Matt, how do you get in touch? What's your social media? What's your account? Give me the readout.
I'm just on Facebook. That's it. Under Matt Sutton. Nothing exciting. I don't fucking promote myself. Like I say, I'll just do it to keep the fucking demons at bay. And
so, from my behalf, I will say, Ross, for Matt's purpose, got Fight of the Night on our last event. Anyone that does want to sponsor him, I think it's a good investment, and he will promote you. He will promote your company because, like I said, got the Fight of the Night last time. He's a good fighter. There's nothing else to say. He's not forced. He can fight.
It's awkward asking people, isn't it? It's awkward.
Matt, shut up.
And I've got
We're putting it out there. Shut up. No, it's not. Anyone wants to throw it to Matt. Shut up, Matt.
Whether you want to sponsor Matt or you want to sponsor Nigel, give him a shout.
Yes.
Listen, Matt, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I appreciate it, and wish you the very best of luck. Maybe Ryan will come on at some point. He'll probably come on now you're gone or something. You never know, but best of luck. We'll look forward to seeing you on the night, and we'll speak to you soon, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Right, happy days, boys.
Yeah, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Take it easy.
Nice guy, really nice guy. And like you say, fight of the night last time. As much as he loves fighting, he's obviously fights with his demons every day, and that's what fighting's easy for him, I think, and it helps keep it all at bay, doesn't it?
I'm gonna have a watch of his previous fights, obviously, and see how he is. I'm guessing they're all on YouTube. Or...
Yeah, some of them will be on YouTube. I'm sure his boxing ones and things will be on there, but we haven't got any full fights out from the WBKB.
Yeah,
where will be?
We haven't got his last fights out for the WBKB. We don't put the full fights out. We just put like a highlight thing together.
Yeah, all right. So where will that be on YouTube or?
Yeah, you can find us on the WBKB YouTube channel. Thanks, David. You can also find us WBKB Instagram.
Good introduction, that actually. Well,
it was a nice little segue.
It was not intentional.
Sean Cassane in the chat there saying he'll be back soon.
Oh, look at all you three matching with your t-shirts, and I haven't got one because I haven't been sent it yet.
I've been on a Kev for weeks, and I know he said at the start. I don't know if we were off camera when they said we're going to get it sent. I was like, it'd be good if David had the WBKB t-shirt on as well.
Right, Dave, I'm going to say this now. My wife's in the background. I won't turn it on because she'll fucking kill me, yeah? But seriously, I've been pestering her.
I've had message of Kelly saying, I'm getting your kit sent out to you. That was on June the 22nd. I know I'm in Wales and the post is not very good, but you're not sending it by fucking pigeon here. Like it's 2024. You know what I mean? I can probably drive and pick it up in quicker time. I've sent my sizes. I've told Ross my sizes. Medium, large jumper, medium t-shirt. Sorry, I'm going to change.
She said you get the small. To be fair, if you get the small,
I'll wear whatever.
We'll get some stuff down here, David, very soon.
Well, yeah, hopefully.
I do apologise. That's our fault that day. That's our fault.
It's not my fault, mate. It's yours.
She said, "I'll throw a hat in to cover that hair."
Not my fucking hair.
Yeah.
We're buzzing. We're really honoured to have you up.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be wicked.
David, we are.
Genuinely looking forward to the night. Like I said, the night that we've got. What a quality team we've got. Honestly, the staffing, the people that's come, the judges, the refs. Honestly, what a good set of lads. And the funny thing is, it's a bare knuckle event where people are knocking fuck out of each other. Here, like at the time when they're fighting each other, you know, like you and Danny, it's like, but we're all such like respectful people. We all love each other in the sense that, you know, we all get on. We can all go for a beer at the end of the night, and we don't need to fucking carry on. That's the difference with tools in town, you know, that want to fucking fight everybody, to real life guys that, you know, could do but don't want to do it. You know, it's such a respectful place, like the sport itself. That's what I love about it. It's the respect.
I love like we took the kids to when I beat Terry Brazier, and obviously they were at the weigh-ins. They were there the night before the fight, and they've seen everyone come back to the hotel for a drink. And you know, we've got 20 fighters in a hotel that have just punched the fuck at each other, all having a drink together with all their families and their coaches. And I think it's brilliant. You know, it's MMA was like that. It changed a bit. But yeah, the bare knuckle is like that. You know, the shows you fight and everyone's like a big family.
Definitely.
Totally agree.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, mate, thank you very much for coming on in the Red Corner podcast again. Really appreciate it. And we can't wait to see you up here.
Hopefully, if I come on next week or the week after, I'll have a one of them tops you got on.
Well,
if not, I'll wear a Lou Fuse t-shirt.
Fuck off.
Got one for you. Here's one for you.
So, my mate Danny.
I thought, you know what? I didn't prepare because I thought he was going to wear the Fuse t-shirt.
No, I got my Darkness Friend t-shirt.
T-shirt, hat. There's a passenger Cal. She's like, hey, it's mental when you put someone under pressure, what they can actually fucking do, you lazy bitch. Honest to God.
It's all well and good showing me t-shirts, just like shopping online. Unless you post them, I won't get it.
She's actually sorting it out now, I promise you. You shamed it, didn't you?
It's like writing a check.
Yeah.
I apologise from this half of the family.
Brilliant, lads. Yeah, thank you very much.
On the next podcast, Ross, this is what we do. I want you to be aware. I will say, Dave. That's
right. If I get it by next Thursday, I'll come on next Thursday and I'll wear it.
That's great. That sounds like a deal to me. Like a deal.
I'll come on every week for you guys. You know that.
Hey, by the way, I'm not paying a first class stamp. It's a fucking third class. This one. Can't dealing with that shit. We've only just got running water as well.
Your postal service is shit, isn't it? Fucking I said I live in Wales, but at least I get my fucking post on time. Fucking
Brilliant. Let's wrap this up here then, lads. He's Rick Doherty in the chat. Rick, WBKB shirt Thursday. Yes, it is. It will be for David next Thursday as well, we promise.
Nah, but fuck, I'll wear a Mason Shaw t-shirt or something. I'm gonna try and find a Guess Who t-shirt. Get all the characters on.
Oh, fucking
brilliant. Right, thank you, David.
Legend.
We'll speak to you very soon. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week. You come on next week.
Mate. Cheers.
Yeah, no issues, guys.
See you later. Get Gilly back on there. Brilliant. David Round, one of the best, isn't he? He's one of the best. Like, he's one of the best characters around. I love having him on the podcast as always. Love that he's part of the WBKB team as well now.
Well, I just think, Ross, what a podcast. You know, we've got. It's like an episode of EastEnders, isn't it? We've had an A-ball fight, eh?
The best way to put it.
Mr. Round at his finest. We've been introduced to Nigel, the alter ego. I mean, what more? Like, are you not entertained?
Absolutely. But I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors as well again before we go. Gilly, if you want to give them a shout there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, huge thank you to Bounty Competitions, Cloud Competitions, Max Vandeler Phone Repairs, Carlisle. We've got Maxwell Flooring. We've got Andy's Man's Club. We've got Lake District Raw Dog Foods. And we've also got, last but not least, the awesome Peyton Brothers Scaffolding Limited. As always, it's a reminder on this Thursday night that it's okay
So
to talk.
on that one, guys, just sorry,
Yeah.
Billy, sorry.
No, go on, Kev.
No, I was just going to say one more sponsor. We actually got a sponsor before from a guy called Paul McGee. He owns the Leo's Bar.
Yeah. Thanks very much.
Caterpillar. And he's also sponsored us. So a big thank you to Paul McGee, Hungry Caterpillar, and Leo's Bar. Leo's Bar, so it's a bar in Workington, sell food. Me and Kelly went there. I said, well, we all went there the other week. It was absolutely beautiful.
Amazing food, yeah, brilliant.
It's on our social media. You can see it. It's fresh as fuck. Lovely. Get yourselves there, guys. Honestly, what a guy he is.
Can I give one last shout out, Ross? Shout out to Nicky Little. We haven't mentioned Nicky for a couple of weeks. Nicky's out there. He does a raffle for us every show. So it's fantastic for all Nicky does for us. Want to say a huge thank you to Nicky for all the support that he's given us from day one with the show. And just I've seen a comment there from Carl Ward. I think this is Carl's first time watching our podcast. Big friend of me and Kev's. Carl's usually sat on the sofa holding hands with his girlfriend on a Thursday night. So it's nice to say that he's found the remote control and actually bothered to watch the podcast. Thanks very much, Dubs. Nice one.
Funny thing is, tickets they're still available.
Yeah, like you say, tickets are getting more and more limited. We're just under 2 months away now from the biggest event of the summer. Kev's itching to hear from everybody who wants these tickets. Because like you say, last show we were saying to folk, sorry, we've got no VIP when they were messaging us after we'd already sold out. So don't leave us in that position. Act now, act fast. 07568 729 822 or message the page. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. Get in touch with us and get your tickets now while you can.
So on the back end of that, Ross, on the back end of that, we've got the ticket. The tickets are now arrived. So we're going to start sending the tickets out from, what day are we on today? We're going to start sending the tickets out from Monday to everybody, the people that's ordered them. We've got the tickets here, so we'll send them to the people that's already bought them. The VIP ones we haven't got yet, but we will send them out at a later date.
Perfect. Brilliant, lads. Appreciate you being on. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Ross.
We'll see you next Thursday, won't we? Yes, we will.
We will indeed. Yes.
Brilliant. Speak to you soon. Ta-ra.
See you later.